I don't know what state that you won first, and you can maybe tell us. But what was your intention? Did you just assume, look, I'm in a beauty pageant to find the most beautiful looking woman in America?
Well, actually, for some time now, the Miss America organization has called itself a scholarship competition. And I started at 13 years old here in the state of Alabama and ultimately represented the state of New York when I won Miss America. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the job of Miss America is 365 days a year of public speaking, of being a national ambassador for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and for your personal platform. Mine had to do with child sexual abuse prevention. And going into Miss America, you have a 10-minute long press conference style interview, and that is where Miss America is won. And the problem in the past with the scholarship competition is that the general public just didn't know that. So the girl that wins at the end of the pageant every year is often someone that's confusing to the general public. And so what we're trying to do now is redirect that message, rebrand Miss America, and show people what Miss America does throughout the year.
Okay, but Mary, here's my problem with this, with what is happening. By removing the criteria that it's about how people look, every single woman I've ever seen compete in Miss America who's won their state pageant competition is hot. I mean, let's just not pretend otherwise. They're good looking, they're beautiful, and look, there's a picture of them all there. You don't get ugly, fat people on Miss America. Is the message now, well, this all sizes, all types, it's all about inner beauty, not exterior beauty? Are we now going to have, the Biggest Loser contestants marching into Miss America? And at what point does it cease to be a celebration of beauty? And some people, I'm afraid, are more beautiful than others. It's just the way the world throws you your cards. At what point does beauty become an offensive thing? Why aren't we allowed just to celebrate beauty?
Well, first of all, thank you for calling me beautiful. I appreciate that. What I think that this is an opportunity to be more inclusive. You don't need to have someone in a swimsuit in order to tell that they're physically fit, in order to see that they're taking care of themselves. And listen, changing the competition in the Miss America organization is not going to change the public perception of what is beautiful. And I am sure that in every judge's subconscious mind, they are going to be directed in some way or another to a young woman that they find physically attractive. The point is that these young women are across the country. They are doing great things in their community. They're standing up for their personal platform. And we should be celebrating that in our young women leaders, not necessarily how they look in a bikini on stage.
Mary, you espouse this all very eloquently, and I want to point out you're also going into politics. You won the Democratic nomination for Congress for Alabama, I think last night, so many congratulations on that. And you're clearly a very eloquent and intelligent young woman, right? I'm not taking any of that away from you. But I do think there's a problem where you have Gretchen Carlson, who used to work at Fox News and was a victim of appalling sexual harassment there, and got a big payout and everything else, and talked about this very openly. She's now the chairperson, as she calls herself, of the Miss America organization. So somehow we're now linking the Me Too movement with Miss America, right? And I know that you've been very vocal about Me Too, and I don't see why the two things need to be linked. It's like, I don't see why we can't just part the two things separately and just have a competition which actually just celebrates beauty, rather than worries too much about everything else.
Perhaps you are making that link, but that's not necessarily what's happening here. Gretchen Carlson led a movement, and now she is also the executive chair of the Miss America organization. And those two things don't have to be married. This isn't a Me Too moment. This is 4 former Miss Americas plus several former state title holders making a decision on behalf of the organization and on behalf of the young women that participate. This is people who have actually done this job making decisions for the next young woman who will do this job.
Well,
and I think that maybe we should trust
saying,
them in that decision-making process.
Right, but you're also getting rid of bikinis, right, which have been around since 5,600 BC, when Greek goddesses were seen in images from that period, right? What is wrong with the bikini? Why can't we look at beautiful women in bikinis anymore? I mean, women as well as men.
You absolutely can. Take yourself to the beach. Have a great time, Pierce. No one's telling you can't look at women in bikinis. Have fun looking at fashion shows or Victoria's Secret models. The Miss America organization is a nonprofit, and they've made a choice for their organization, and that's it.
I get it. A few women have made a choice for a big organization, and they've made a choice which will now directly impact on the millions of people that watch it. Miss America was founded as a beach beauty competition
can
in
change and
bikinis.
evolve,
Yeah, but
actually.
I don't understand why you say go look at bikinis on the beach. So you're perfectly happy with
every single
objectifying
thing in this
women on
world
the beach.
evolves over time. Miss America started in 1921, and it has evolved since then. We've added scholarships, we've changed the length of talent, we've changed the areas of competition in several ways, and this is another change. And listen, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. We've had declining numbers in the Miss America organization and a declining audience, so why not try something new?
Okay,
And
I will
think
bet you.
before we pass too much judgment on it, we should give it a shot.
I'll bet you $500 ratings tank in the fall when this airs. You take my bet?
I will take you up on that.
Nobody is going to watch ugly people talking about world peace.
I'll take you up on that bet.
Mallory, you're a very smart lady, and I wish you good luck in your political career, and it's an interesting debate. Final word, I think,
Thank
though,
you.
to Saffron.